We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing but we them nothing but Niners.
Click, boom! What's going on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niners crew is back, and we're here to bring you guys another fun-filled show. But before we do any and all of that, I got to talk to my man Breezy. What up, big dog? How you doing, man?
What's good, man? What's going on, man? Look, I just got in the house. Just came from doing a birthday party at somebody's mansion. It was ridiculous, yo. I
you going to mansion parties, bro?
Yeah, man. It was Breezy, dope, man.
Hold up, man. Who you know that I don't know that you got like that? What, mansion parties though?
Yeah, man. They got some things up in here in Connecticut, man. They got some hiding spots out here in some of these towns, yo. But it was legit, man. I had to do a 4-hour bid, and I've been trying between the Celtics, between the Mets, and then the 49ers pressures coming out all at the same time. Like they can't take shifts. I'm all over the place. So it's gonna be a great show, man. I'm gonna be all in it.
Yeah, we're gonna tear it up, man. But I'm good to see that you're happy. You seem a little more upbeat than the last time we met up, and I always like that, you know.
Yeah, man.
Positive energy. So that's really, really good, man. I haven't been to a mansion party in years, man. Like since like my high school days.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy. So that's what's up, man. Shout out to you, man. I'm glad you're out there enjoying it. Let's run through these formalities so we can go ahead and get to the show, man. I mean, I don't see another reason, you know, not to. So, guys, hit that like and subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube. We appreciate you guys. Just so everybody is clear, we are considering, we're not sure yet, doing the videos exclusively on YouTube. This is something that's going on in the works, behind the scenes stuff. We are considering it. I'm just letting you guys know. I know a lot of people watch on Facebook, and we appreciate that crowd. We're going to see if we can try to maybe divvy up some exclusive content just for Facebook, and then the main shows over here on YouTube, and then some exclusive content on other platforms. But keep that in mind. So make sure that even if you don't watch on YouTube, you guys must subscribe, so that way you always know where to find the videos. YouTube is the main spot for everything that we do here. So hit that like and subscribe button, turn on your subscriptions, turn on your notifications as well. Give us a follow on Twitter and Snapchat. That is nothing but 9. It's the number 9 ERS. That is nothing but 9 ERS on Twitter and Snapchat. Back to the Facebook crowd, Instagram, as well as Twitch. That is nothing but Niners. That is spelled all the way out. So make sure you guys give us follows over there. And then check us out on the website, guys. It's www.nothingbutniners.com. I mean, it's spelled out. It's so beautiful. You see how Breezy just played the piano right over that? Like he just laid it out. That's it. Nothingbutniners.com, spelled out, no numbers, no spaces. Very easy to remember. You guys see the apparel and stuff that they be rocking all the time. You guys see the hats, they have backpacks and all that, and there's much, much more coming. Make sure you guys stop by that site also. It's shopnb9ers.com if that's what you're looking for. That's the apparel over there. All right, guys, so that's going to do it, man. My name is at the bottom right there. I'm 49ers Mike _NFL, and then my guy over there is Breezy. He is he's got them both up there, man. I didn't. He threw me for a loop, bro.
Yo, your face was like, what the?
Yeah, because it was mad long. Well, you threw them both in there, so he's got 2 of them, man. You guys, you know what? Why am I plug yourself, man? Pause.
Hey, man. Go ahead and follow me at Shoot the Breeze 6, man. And you know me as Wayne Breezy. You know who I am, man. You know where I be, man. You know y'all can reach me. You know how it go. We get down. It's all love. That was funny. Your facial expression right there was hilarious, bro. You didn't expect it. My bad.
Well, you know, it's because you have different ones, and I always want to make sure I am promoting the one that you have up there.
No, I got you.
So when I went to go look this time, I was like, oh wait, hold up. He changed it up on me real quick.
Yeah, man.
So
it's funny. So yeah. I got a question, right? Because I was at this party, right, and it was all my Caucasian brothers and sisters, right?
Oh Lord.
And I got a Black Panther shirt on and a Black Lives Matter hat. So I didn't feel no type of way, you know. So I was repping this because my man passed away, and I wanted to, show some
Rest in peace
respect.
to
Then I had the
Chad.
Black Lives Matter. I wonder if they was feeling something, but you know what? They was having a good time, and they was dancing and partying. So I don't think they was thinking twice. But it just dawned on me that I was like in this all black mode at this party, man.
What was your what like you were there just chilling, right? Just kicking it?
Nah, I was performing. My band played.
Oh, so okay. No, I'm pretty sure they weren't about it. I mean, a lot of people know who Chadwick Boseman was, and it's been all. If you on social media, it made CNN,
Right?
It made CNN. So I don't know about other news stations and all, but I saw it on ABC, NBC, CNN. Yeah. It's everywhere. So I'm sure everybody understood why you were rocking the attire that you were rocking, man.
Yeah, no one said anything. It just in the back of my mind, it was like, and then one of the little kids came up to me and just gave me a high five. I'm like, F COVID.
Yeah, you gotta take the high fives, man. You gotta show the kids some love, you know.
Facts, man. But it was a good day,
show
man.
the kiddies some love. That's good though, man. All jokes aside, man. I'm glad that you were able to go out there and then show off them colors, man. People, you gotta earn that joint. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I liked it. Black Panther shirts. I gotta get one of them, man, because I felt bad. I literally gasped. But you know what? When I read that what he was going through, it's not that I knew what it was, but the last couple of times I saw him, I was like, yo, he looks sick. Mm-hmm. Like this isn't for a movie. A lot of people kept trying to say it's for a movie. So he looks sick. So rest in peace to him and prayers out to his family. Condolences from us here, Nothing But Niners, to everybody affected and anyone who feels this loss. So yeah, that's right. I saw you. I saw you throw it up there. The Wakanda forever. All right, but yeah. So is there any other news that we need to talk about that's not Niners related before we get to the Niners news?
No, it's just Sean comments, man. He never fails, bro. Sean never fails, man.
Oh, I haven't even been looking at the comments. Got to tag him, man. Let me see what he's talking about. What's our guy talking?
Why does it got to be white, Breezy? I said my Caucasian brothers. I didn't even say the word white.
Say white. That's right. He did not.
And I said they're my brothers and sisters because that's what we are. He said they probably thought you were going to riot and loot. Nah, because they were like Russian or something. It wasn't even white. They was different. It was fun, man. I tell you what, they had this.
Sean really came. Okay, Sean. I like Sean's energy, man. I love this.
I love it, yo. They had the dopest catering, right? It was like all like finger foods. You had like lamb burgers and it was off, but it was catered and it was like individual. Like wrapped so that way it was no breathing and stuff on. Like it was perfect. They had individual small desserts, and then they threw the grill on. I'm like, man, I'm about to tear this stuff up. So if I fall asleep, man, it's because I got the itis. But no.
That's how you doing it now. All right. Well, that's my cue right there. We're gonna go ahead and get to this show, man, because we're not gonna waste any more time. I don't want to, I want my man's. That's my job to sleep on.
That is your job.
All right. That's a mic thing.
I had this whiskey because Callie want to know what I was drinking. I can't think of the name of the whiskey, but I know it has the number 12 behind it. It starts with an M. Something 12.
You had Macallan?
Yo! That junk was smooth. Yo, it had the sweet cherry wood.
I got some, bro. You ain't got to. I got some in the cabinet over there.
The fact that you knew the name of it, yo.
Scott. Well, they had the best 12-year Scotch that I've ever had. The whiskey Scotch.
Yes,
that's one that I've had, and it starts with the M. So I figured it. All right.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. So yeah, I had one. Then my guitar player brought me another one, and I'm like, dude, all right. And I can't turn it down. You know what I'm saying? I can't waste good stuff. Right. So man, I'm feeling good. I feel good.
That's what it is. All right. Okay. All right. I like it, man. I like it a lot. All right, bro. So anything else? Because you giving me life right now. I'm enjoying it, man.
Yo, honestly. Oh, I do want to shout out to ABC, yo. I know people from ABC is probably tuning in. You listen, they did a big tribute tonight, and I didn't get a chance to see it. For Chadwick Boseman. They did a big tribute to him. They showed the Black Panther movie with no commercials, bro. Do you know how much that costs?
Wow.
No commercials.
They ate the advertising fees. That's really dope.
Yo. And then they did like a tribute to him, like, you know what I'm saying, like about his life and the things that he's done. He was a big humanitarian and things like that. So shout out to ABC, yo. And
yeah.
Guess who owns ABC, or guess who's part of ABC?
Is that Disney?
Marvel, Disney.
Yeah, Disney.
Yeah,
Yeah, I believe that's the Disney network. Yeah,
yeah. So I just
yeah.
wanted to send that shout out, man. That's what's up, man. That's a dope. That was dope.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Disney owns ABC. Thank you.
Right.
Did I say that right? I don't know, Mark. Who cares? They all
That's
together.
what you said. Well,
I,
you said Marvel. I said Disney. You were like, yeah,
right.
Disney.
Hmm.
But you might have said partners, but I don't remember. But yeah, we knew what you meant. We all knew what you meant. It's all good. All right, guys. So you know what? I'm going to pay attention to the chat now. I'm going to turn that on too. We're going to get to some of these headlines. We're going to start with the latest news and rumors about the 49ers. Is there any news non-Niner related that happened in the NFL that you're concerned with? Because I do have one. It's not that I'm concerned with, but it's something that happened that I wanted to bring into the Niners.
I'm not sure there's anything that concerns me. I mean, the deal, like, Yannick was traded to Minnesota today. I'm not sure what else went down in the NFL. I really
That defensive line gonna be for real, bro.
Minnesota is
Ngakwe over there too.
Yeah, they're Minnesota's stocking up because they got their tails whipped, but they did lose Everson Griffin. Now, didn't he go to
Yes,
Dallas? Right.
Yes.
So they're definitely trying to do what they can do, and trying to keep get the offense the ball back more. So that's what's up, man. They're gonna be paying for him.
They were okay with letting him go, Everson Griffin, for a reason. I'm not going to talk on it because that's not our team.
That's not our team, right?
Not the Viking show, but they were okay with letting him go for a reason. But yeah, that was a big move. The trade, it was pretty cool. He took $5 million off of his franchise tag to make that trade happen. Mm-hmm. I don't know what that means. I don't know how a player can do that. I don't know, but said that
he took less money.
Yeah, he took $5 million off of it for the trade, and they have to give him an extension.
They have to get he's hoping that they'll get. Well, yeah, they have to give him an extension, and when it's going to happen, we don't know. But the simple fact that he did that let me know there was nothing he wanted to do in Jacksonville. Like he wanted out of there. So other than that, and I see like Carson Wentz got hurt. I was sitting there in the middle of my show, and I had a draft. Somebody invited me to their league, and I'm doing a fantasy draft. And I keep saying, like, why is Carson Wentz still on the board? I couldn't figure it out. And I'm like, yo, don't take him, Wayne. Don't take him. And so I didn't take him. And the reason I didn't take him because he hurt. I didn't know he was hurt. I didn't take him because he ain't got no damn offensive line. He gonna be hurt. So that was my method behind. But now I know why people weren't drafting Carson Wentz. I got it. I got you guys.
Got to keep your eyes on that kind of stuff, but that actually another injury is what I wanted to talk about. That's good too. It was for Derwin James.
Yes.
Right.
Dang nabbit, that was my defense. I'm not picking him down.
Right. And so what's crazy about that is and I wish Nick was here tonight because I would love to do this comparison for him. That's a serious injury. Nick has been on this these muscle.
The soft tissue injuries,
soft tissue injuries that we're having here, and we keep trying. Like Nick, I understand what you're saying, but it's part of conditioning.
Yeah,
these are precautions that our team is sitting guys out with, and it's not something that they couldn't play through if they had to.
Yeah,
Derwin James is hurt, and he is gonna miss some time.
And just remember, he missed all of last season, and now he's missing the majority of this season. And he's their Pro Bowl player. And here's the thing, with him on that field, their defense is top 5. With him not on their field, their defense
top
is like
5, dead or alive, and that's just off one LP. Like look, he's out there, bro.
Yeah. So as much as they have Bosa and they have Melvin Ingram on the ends, that might help. That might help their secondary, but Derwin was a playmaker. And him being injured and not being there on that field for a while is gonna be a blow to them.
But those are the kind of injuries
that we wanted to avoid, bro.
You want to be happy we're not experiencing, and that's what I was trying to tell Nick. Like these are what we're going. You complain about soft tissue, like you can play through soft tissue if you want to. Right. Remember when I told y'all that should we be concerned or not that Shanahan was going to let Bosa go out and play before they found out. It was a muscle strain or whatever. Remember, I was like, but he could have gone and played through that.
And remember, I said,
don't have that option.
Right. And remember, I said, if it was a game, if it was a real game that counted, the majority of those guys would be playing.
Exactly.
D
Exactly.
Ford, Nick
Yes.
Bosa, they will be playing.
Yes,
But
sir.
because they have the luxury and they have the here's the thing. This is what makes them have the luxury. And I know we're going to get into this and break this down.
Mm-hmm.
They're great at what they do. Like
Yes.
they understand the plays. They understand so because of that, they're able to get some extra rest. I don't think they need those reps. It's
Right.
clear as day Nick Bosa doesn't need reps, and we know D Ford don't need reps. His get off his back. Hell, Trent Williams don't need the reps, but he's out there taking them because he just wants to, make sure he got his splits right with Lakin. And so I want to talk about Lakin because if you didn't watch Brick by Brick, man, you missed the
Oh,
episode,
you
man.
saw the second one already?
Bro, he had me and he almost look.
Oh, no. I'm gonna put my fingers in my ears while you tell it to the people. And I'm gonna go on mute, and then you give me a thumbs
Well, I don't
up.
know if they watched it either, so I don't want to spoil it. So if
It just came out like an hour ago.
If I get 10 thumbs up, I'll talk about it. And if I don't get 10 thumbs up, I won't talk about it. How about that?
No, I'm definitely looking forward to watching it. You know me, I like to run down.
That's your guy too, man. You like
yeah. I like to run down all the look at that, Brick by Brick was fire. Callie on it too. I like to run down all the what's it called? The reports before the pressers. Right before the show, so that way they're fresh in my head and I can remember the emotions that I took from it. So let's go ahead and get to him though.
I didn't watch Salah, so you go ahead and start with him so you can break it down.
I actually do have a takeaway from Salah, and it's not going to be one that you're expecting. But
good.
Injury news for the 49ers. Well, I'll say roster news, but there is a roster news. This guy that we just signed decided to retire. We picked up the free agent from the Pittsburgh Steelers, and people were really excited about this guy. He was a young prospect that people were looking forward to seeing out here. 6'2", 263. He has a great first step. This is the scouting report I'm reading from our resident GM. He was excited about James Lockhart. And then we claim him off waivers. He was like, wait, I got to go to San Francisco. Yeah, no, I'm retiring. So here's the thing. I want to ask you, why do you think he retired? Now, this is all going to be speculated. Oh, look at the thumbs up coming in here. You said you needed 10. I hope you're counting over there. But
I'm laughing because of what I'm about to say. But go ahead.
Well, so I need to know why you think this guy retired, right? You're in Pittsburgh. They have a decent pass rush over there. Now they blitz more than I think they would like to, but they have a decent pass rush over there. You're there to be the edge presence. You have a chance. You have a shot at making that roster. Your first taste of the NFL. All right, maybe this team, maybe I'm not going to quite make it here. You're hoping for a practice squad spot or something like that. They cut you. Okay, now your priorities change. Man, the NFL is really hard. I was really good where I came from. I can't make it on the Steelers. All right, well, let's see where I end up. Now you go to San Francisco. Well, who are their edge guys? Well, one side is, oh, damn, that guy was defensive rookie of the. All right, what about the other side? Oh, that's default. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to retire. I'm not going to make that roster either. Like, what do you think his logic was behind the idea to retire?
I see where you're going with this. I think I know where you're going with this. Look, there's some ballers on this roster. and there's some depth ballers on this roster. And when you third or fourth depth, it just might not be worth it. Now, there's a reason he may, he's only 23 years old. But we don't know what type of stuff he's been dealing with, you know what I'm saying, like mentally, physically. There's a bunch of stuff that, some guys just aren't meant to play, football. They try it and it just doesn't work out. I'm hoping in that situation that's what it was. I don't think he was intimidated. It's possible. But like I said, there's some guys, okay, because we're going to talk about some other guys. You know what I'm saying? What was this kid? A defensive end? Defensive
end, yeah. He's going off the edge.
Yeah. So, I mean, if we got to sit here and talk about our edge guys, I mean, he okay, let's not even talk about the starters or the backups. Let's talk about the third string edge guys. Name the third string edge guys. Kevin Givens.
No.
He's on the inside. My bad.
On the inside, I would say third string would be Hyder.
Kerry Hyder.
Third string.
Yep.
Who else is down there that deep?
Who's on the other side?
Because you said don't name the backups. You want behind it. I think Hyder's the only one, right? I don't think we have that many, do we?
We got
You
Blair.
want the third one, so you don't want the top 4. You want 5 and 6.
Right. But so just name the top 6 then. Name the 6.
All of them. Okay, so
Yeah.
we got Ford,
We
Bosa.
got Ford, Bosa.
Armstead would be next. Ronald Blair.
Wait. Okay.
No, am I wrong?
Yep. Go ahead.
Right, Ronald Blair. That's 4.
Yep. Wait. Yep. Go ahead.
Hyder. That's who I had as 5.
Yep.
Gary Hyder.
Streets on the inside, guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would have Street on the inside. Yeah, I have Street on the inside. Who do I have as another outside guy?
I feel like we're missing somebody.
Yeah, we are. Hold on, let me pull up the roster here. Let me pull it up. I'm getting it here. Here we go. Boom, team, boom, roster, and sort.
Dre says Chandler Jones is going to get worked by Trent Williams. Yo, I think Chandler
He's so
Jones.
Wrong. He's so wrong.
I think they're going to put him on the other side, though.
You're wrong too.
I'm not.
We're gonna get to it because that's something I have written down here.
I'm not wrong.
That's something I have written down here. They said Deion Jordan. Now, Deion Jordan's not going to make the roster. He's not one of those guys.
But he is an edge guy.
He is an edge guy, but he's not. Yes. All right. I see
so whether he makes the roster or not, it doesn't matter. He's an edge guy, and this is a guy this is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. So he felt like he wasn't as good. So let's say
There's a 250-pound guy named Barrett. I don't know. Who
Barrett. He's an edge guy? I thought he was a nose tackle.
Well, he's only 250. He can't be nose tackle.
Oh, okay.
That's a really light.
There's another kid
he might be a tackle, but I don't know if he's lined up over center. Kerry Hyder Jr., Eric Armstead, Givens.
Wait,
Daniels.
Givens? You said Givens is an inside guy.
Yeah, I got Givens inside. Oh shit! Solomon Thomas goes outside sometimes.
But we want him in the inside.
Right. That's it. All right. So I'm going to name all of our defensive linemen. You tell me which ones are on the outside.
All right.
Nick Bosa.
Yep. Outside.
Deion Jordan. Outside. Contavious Street. That's inside.
Yep.
Solomon Thomas. This year they have said over and over he's inside.
Kyle said he's going to be inside, but in an emergency he could play outside.
Right. So, but we'll count him as like the last option.
Okay.
DJ Jones inside.
Inside.
Kerry Hyder outside. That's 3. Eric Armstead does both, but he's the primary outside
guy on first and second down. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He's the primary when they change the package up. Kevin Givens inside. This guy is Darian Daniels. He's 6'3", 311. He's an inside.
Inside. Yep. That's the guy I think I was talking about.
Okay. All right. So that's now we hit everybody.
All right. So let's say Deion Jordan is the guy that this guy was going to have to beat out. James Lockhart. He was going to have to beat out Deion Jordan.
He's going to have to beat out a top 10 draft pick.
Yeah.
In his head, he's intimidated already.
And he was intimidated. So that's all. That's all it is. That's all, folks. Gotcha. That's it. It's done. You. We can move on.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tony.
Yeah, Jordan is bad, but you think this guy got intimidated and he was like, yeah, I'm tapping out now. I'd just rather retire.
Yeah. I mean, Jordan is trying to make this team.
He's not going to.
I understand, but so here's the thing. So if Ronald Blair is not if Ronald Blair is not healthy and ready to go, Jordan is making his team.
I still don't think so.
I do.
I think the team would sign somebody else before.
I don't.
Jordan
They're not bringing anybody else off the street to play outside. Oh well, I'll take that back.
What if there's somebody they already familiar with that they know to get from him?
Well, here's the thing, yo. Like, if we're talking about who I think we're talking about, I'm not understanding the whole concept behind unless he's not healthy. Because why are we bringing in all these guys that because of money too? I guess money.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would take DeMontre Moore over Deion Jordan in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I would take DeMontre Moore over Kerry Hyder in a heartbeat.
I don't know about that yet.
I know about that.
I haven't seen Hyder for me.
I don't need to see Hyder. I know what DeMontre Moore can do in his defense.
And you know I go to war for Moore.
Right. But the thing is, we know what he does in this defense. So if we don't know what somebody does, and now we got to sit there and wait for the factor to show off, why not go with what we know? That's the part. If it ain't broke, why fix it?
Because, and here's my only retort to that. Because I think you could be right, but here's my only retort. The team has seen both in this system on this team and they have chosen to keep Hyder, and Moore is still not here.
Yeah,
I feel like they have to know something that we don't know.
That makes sense.
That's my only logic. Right. I just haven't seen him here.
Or Kocurek just likes Hyder.
Right.
And God forbid, if anything ever happens to him, I guarantee you this kid is on speed dial.
Right. Absolutely. I can't speak anymore without.
No, I understand. We're done.
Stuff, so, but this question here from Melissa, really quick. I do want to get this out the way. How do you feel about how the team is using Kevin White at practice? According to Grant Cohn, he was with CJ today after being used once before with the ball delivered to the other side. So him working with CJ tells me one thing. They want to know if he still got it deep. We all know that CJ Beathard is the quarterback with the best deep ball on the team.
Correct.
Right? I did hear a report. I don't know if I read who the quarterback was, but he ran 2 out routes or go routes, blew past everybody, and the quarterbacks overthrew him. So that would make sense that it was CJ Beathard and not the other guys. They want to know if he still got it. So now they know he's got it. Let's see if he can get his timing together with the other guy. He's working his way up through the things. You're the last guy. He's at the bottom of the totem pole. Make no mistakes about it. Where you were drafted doesn't matter. When you're at it this late in the system, you got to learn the playbook. You have to learn X, Y, or F, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn all the different positions they're going to ask you to play, and you have to work your way up through the rankings here. You're not just going to come in here because you were a former first-round pick and because Mike liked you and be wide receiver 4 on the depth chart. It's not going to happen like that. So it makes sense that he's working his way up through the charts. What were your thoughts on that, Breezy?
Yeah, I mean, I think all the wide receivers are going through the same motions. They have to work their way up. You heard other wide receivers talk about it. You heard Tavon Austin talk about it. Like he said, "Yo, when I first got here, I couldn't figure stuff out, and now that I started to really dive into the playbook and started to understand it, like I'm starting to see more reps and whatever. And of course, injuries are happening, and they're getting more chances at the reps. But I think that's what the deal with Kevin White is going to be. Listen, this kid hasn't played football in like a year, and even though he has speed, he is older, as in his football career, and he's coming back. He's coming to a Super Bowl contending team. So it's not easy to make this team. It's not like guys can just walk on and be like, oh, I'm about to make the 49ers. No, they're giving you a shot. So he's just going to have to figure out how to work his way in there. And he's a veteran, and he might have to take that job on the practice squad because that's just something he may have to do until he's more comfortable with the system and they call his number.
Yes, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. So all right. This is us. This is me and you on the show tonight.
Okay.
I'm not going to touch on anything you just said, but I told you I'm going to try to read the comments. I got to put this one up here, and I got to explain the backstory real quick. Last night, I went to my guy's house. We're out having cigars in the garage. We're playing spades. This is the guy, Tony T. He was the opposing team.
Okay.
They whooped us so bad last night. I don't know how many games we played. But after every game, he would look at me and be like, hey, Mike, I keeps my foot in your ass, don't I? That was just what he was saying after every time they beat us. And then he was like, hey, man, my foot been in there all night long. Can I get my shoe back before you leave?
Oh, God. Did it smell like Dookie? I'm sorry.
He earned it. It's all good.
It's nothing. I hate losing in spades, bro.
Bro, it's bad.
The only time I'm okay, like I could deal with losing, as if I do some stupid stuff and get set, and then I just realize I made a mistake and it's over with, and I'm moving on to the next game. Yeah. Other than that, if I'm playing close competitive and my partner man, cats don't understand. People fight at spades tables, bro. Like it might be a black thing, but people fight. I mean, people like not fight. I mean, fight. I mean, tables.
I've seen family members not talk.
Okay, I didn't want to say family. Family members get it in over spades, yo.
That's no holds, bro. See, look, now people think I'm trash and spades. Like, listen, nah.
You put it out there, bro. Did you put it out there? You put it out there.
See, that's not cool, Daddy. Yo, no, you can't do. All right, we're going back to Niners because I see what's happening here, and I'm gonna have to hold. I'm gonna be the first person to hold the 49ers themed spades tournament because that's what's happening. Like they calling me out. They calling me out, and I don't want to have to do that right now. So we're gonna wait on that. We're gonna wait on that. But listen, so my man retires. Where were we at? We
We were talking about Kevin White. That's what happened. Or she
that's
mentioned
right.
Kevin
We
White.
answered Melissa's question. All right, so we can get back to it here. Okay. Now here's who was confirmed to not have practice today. When I say confirmed, I mean by a coach.
Okay.
Confirmed by a coach. Dre Greenlaw did not practice today.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Warner did not practice today. Devon Kinlaw did not practice today. The reason I know this is because these are the names that Saleh confirmed did not participate on his defense. We did not get to hear Kyle Shanahan start the presser with his injury report. You want to know why?
Why?
Because as they were handing him the paper with the list of injuries to report, a reporter asked him a question, and he said, "Oh, you know what? I'm not going to say it." This is the first time I have. Now remember, Shanahan was very blunt. He told them, "I'm going to have to start lying to you guys because this is what other teams are listening to and watching right now."
Yes, they are.
He told them that. He said, "I can't be as open. We have to stop what we're reporting because teams are paying attention to what is being said right now." There's no film. There's no film at all. So if someone asks me a question, I forgot to do it. Oops.
I like
Go
it.
Go back and watch Shanahan's presser.
I like it, Mike.
They hand him the paper. He looks at it, and someone starts asking him a question. And he happily never looked down at that paper again for the rest of the presser.
I like it, bro. I like it. I play with jokers too, by the way. I like it, man.
Joker, deuce.
Joker, deuce of spades, deuce of diamonds, deuce of spades. Listen, I like it, Mike. I like this. Let me tell you why I like this. Kyle Shanahan, about to call him his daddy. Kyle Shanahan has his game face on.
Yes,
He
sir.
ready.
Yes, sir.
His mentality is like, it's not cocky, but it's like, it's just like, it's super confident. It's super confident right now.
Yes.
And here's what I took. Now, if I could rewind the tape just a little bit, like, a couple of days ago before today, when Kyle was cursing out his players, and I don't think I've ever heard Kyle curse out players. I know he said a couple of bad words here and there, but he was on some Koceric stuff. And the offense, now I know why Dante Pettis was a little bit shook last season.
That's not where I thought you were going.
No, that's it. Now I know why he was shook. Listen, if you don't got his expectations for his players are above, they're a level above where they were last season, and he can't do that. Why? Because they got to a certain place. His expectations are for them to never mess up. So when they make a mistake, he's pissed, and I like it. I like it a lot. The fact that this guy told them, "I'm gonna start lying to y'all," that made me realize the 49ers got some stuff that we haven't seen yet, that they're about to unleash the dragon on the whole wide world. It's gonna be crazy, guys.
Yes, sir. So, all right, man. Let's go ahead and get to this, man. I'm going to start with we're going to get to the pressure, and I agree with everything you just said, by the way. Like, everything. I think that there's some we talking about spades. Shanahan's got some jokers in the sleeves. You know what I'm saying? And he is waiting to slap them bad. But you know when somebody get the good slap and they land right in the middle of the table and the car just spins?
It spins?
Oh, man. Like that's the move. Like that, if you can
it's all about getting the car and then hitting it in the corner and then put the whip on it. You gotta have that whip appeal.
Just let that bad boy spin. Shanahan is waiting to do it. He's waiting to do it, and he's gonna be the one. He's gonna do it on his own time and his own terms. So I agree with what you're saying. All right, so let's run down through these pressers here, and then we'll get to other 49ers. Oh wait, was there another injury that was announced?
Other than JJ Nelson going on the IR.
That's what it was. Yeah. That was it.
So, I want to talk about that because here's the thing. When Kyle and John has been bringing in these new people, these new additions, if it isn't love, why does it feel this way? Why do she stay on my mind? Like when he brings in these new additions and they get hurt, they gone. Except JJ Nelson. I want to know what we've seen, because I thought that JJ wasn't picking up the play, but I want to know what Kyle sees in JJ Nelson. What do you guys think?
Right. And now we're back to speculating again because we don't have the answer. I mean, we're gonna have to start making some calls, bro. We're gonna have to start like hitting up people.
I've been slacking.
It's on us. I'm not gonna just put it on you. Like,
it's on us. I've been slacking. I've been trying to shoot the breeze off and nothing but Niners, and then it's
out there grinding. No, I appreciate it, man. You know, and you know what? I was on call this week, y'all. I've been on call all week long. I apologize. But I'm going to get back to it this week. We're going to have to start making calls and get some inside information. And then we're going to come in here, and when we present it, we're going to say, hey, I have an idea. I have this theory. We can't just say, you know, according to whoever.
Right.
Right now, we're speculating. Right. I think that maybe, just maybe, there's a slim chance that J.J. Nelson was picking up on the playbook better than what people thought. I think that maybe, just maybe, Kyle Shanahan really values that speed, and he wasn't quite sure if Kevin White was going to be able to bring it to the table. I think that just maybe, I'm speculating here, I'm just speculating, that with the new CBA rules in place and that extended practice squad and how you can stash a vet, that maybe you report this injury as a 4 to 6 week injury, teams cut down to 53 this Saturday. They cut down to 53. That's this week coming, right? Well, I'm not going to sign that guy if I can't get him for a month. Nobody's going to claim him, and Shanahan suddenly gets his veteran on the practice squad with the speed that he could possibly call up later on. Tell me what you think.
That sounds like genius. That sounds almost like Kyle Shanahan. Right? So you, because you said that there's some stuff that Kyle hasn't been 100. He hasn't been keeping it 100 with us.
Oh wait, damn! They put him on IR.
They did put him on IR,
but they can take him off and then put him back on the practice
squad. But right now,
why not an injury settlement?
Right now he's on IR. But let's see how long that lasts, because I thought you can only have 2 people on IR for the season.
Right. Okay. All right. So I'm not crazy. Okay. All right.
So, my point is he hasn't been cut. That's my point. My point is he hasn't been cut. All right. And everybody that we've seen that has come into this camp who has gotten injured, who has no value, they gets the boot. For some reason, this kid J.J. Nelson is sticking around. Now, I think he's just a better Richie James. Like, that's what I think he is. I think he's a better version of what Richie James is at this point, and that's why he's still on here. Richie James is still on this roster because they got him for a bargain, and they'll be able to have him again next year because of his contract. So that's why I think he's going to get stashed. Don't be surprised if Richie James doesn't play at all this season.
Okay. Wow. At all. Woo. I hear you, bro. I hear you. And that's interesting. By the way, guys, we are going to bring you guys an extended show this week with the 53-man roster presented by multiple people at the same time. So what we're going to do is we're going to have all these people on. I'm not going to tell you guys how many people. I'm not going to tell you the names or anything like that. What we're going to do is have everybody on, and we're going to go position by position, each person. How many quarterbacks? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to name the names, and then we're going to go to running backs, and then we're going to go to fullbacks, and we're going to go to tight ends, and offensive, and flip it to the defense. And that you guys are going to get the 53-man prediction show. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be some trash talking. I'm telling you now, anybody who disagrees with anything I'm saying, I'm trashing y'all. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And what Breezy just said, that's what reminded me, was that Richie James possibly being stashed, which means he would not make the 53-man roster initially. So that's very, very cool. It is 53 at first, and then you can bump 2 guys up. That's what all the research told us. You have to go down to 53 and then up to 55.
And one has to be a lineman, and then one has to be, it could be any other position.
No, I think the lineman is the extra player that's active on game day, the 48-man roster for game day. One has to be a lineman. So, yeah, it's a lot, man. It's annoying. It's going to make a lot of us look stupid, because if we get one thing out of place, like I could be wrong in how I just corrected Breezy, and Breezy could have been right, but now I look stupid because somebody out there in the chat actually knows. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. We're going to look foolish. It's okay, but we're going to be foolish in front of you guys and be sincere and authentic. So we'll see what happens. I'm not trying to see what I'm saying?
No, that wasn't bullyingism. I thought it was. I thought one of the guys had to be a lineman on other extra two. So I could be wrong.
Right. With the extra 2 instead of 46, the active game day roster is now 48.
8.
And I think that's the 2 that you were thinking. I think because I remember there being the extra 2 people, but we'll figure it out. We'll get it. We'll have it together when the show comes. I promise you guys. So if we're doing a 55-man roster or 53, we'll break it all down. You guys are going to get it. I promise. You guys are going to enjoy the show too. It's going to be a lot of fun. Get your popcorn ready. But back to this team here. We have 40 minutes in, and we got Robert Saleh to talk about. All right. Now I'm gonna do this quickly. All right. So I watched the Robert Saleh presser. I was getting ready to go out the door for work. I had it on my TV. Right. I'm not watching it on the phone. I'm watching it on the TV, and I'm getting ready to go out the door to work. And I'm looking at this guy, and he looks different to me. And I'm trying to figure out what it is about Robert Saleh that looks different. Well, his head is still really shiny. Right. He's got the sleeves rolled up, 3/4 of the way or whatever, and I'm sorry, 1/4. So it looks like he's got the 3/4 length sleeves. So he's got them jacked up, a little past the forearm, just to show the definition in the arm. You know how they get the, they show the lines. They try to show all the like that's what Robert Saleh was doing. He's showing them. I got. It's cool, right? I appreciate that. Robert Saleh always does that. He looks different to me. And then it hit me. I stepped back, and I saw him sit up for a second. And then he looked different after he sat up. Robert Saleh was slouching. He doesn't do that, right? So immediately I said, this guy sounds and looks defeated. Yes, J-Tan. Yes, I am. I do this with everybody. J-Tan has a comment here, Mike examining Robert. Yes, because what do I say all the time in the chat? I tell you guys, I say it on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Body language tells me more. I say it all the time. Body language tells me when something is up. It makes my antenna go crazy.
Well, Mike, I mean, it could have been the simple fact that you couldn't hear these guys because they weren't too close to the mic. So maybe he tried he was sitting that way to lean over, because I couldn't hear a thing Jordan Reed was saying. I barely could hear DJ Reed. Tart was all the way like this.
Right.
Right. So it could have been that, but you know what, Mike, you might be onto something.
Well, hear me out. So according to Dre, I'm wrong already. I haven't even said what I think yet. I'm just saying that to me, he looked different, right? I haven't said why I think he looked different. He was indeed slouching. So I went back, I put on the old video, the one he did earlier in the week. I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday. And Robert is sitting like this. He's got his arms out, but he's sitting like this. This week, it looks like he's like this. It's just a slight difference. I'm talking 6 degrees. It's not a lot. It's very, very slim, right? I said he looks defeated, all right? But Mike is wrong. That's okay. I'm wrong. I'm here to have fun with y'all. Keep the comments coming. So I watched his whole presser. Now, when I'm watching it the first time, you know how they do the live when it's an hour and however many minutes, and you got to rewind and fast forward? Yeah. Well, you missed the very first question. So before this show starts, when we came on, you said, Mike, what's that in the background? You watching the pressers? It was Kyle, but right before that was Saleh.
Oh.
And I missed the very first question. When you rewind on the one that's an hour plus long, you don't hear the first question. He's already talking, and you don't know what the question is or anything. So when I put on the Robert Saleh interview, the very first question was this. He said, and I'm paraphrasing, Greenlaw, Warner, and Kinlaw didn't practice. Can you tell me what the injuries are? And his answer, and again, not a direct quote, but I'm giving you, this is what he said. He said, to the best of my knowledge, there were no injuries. Why doesn't he know why those players aren't practicing? That sent my antenna going off. So the body language told me he looked defeated, like something was wrong. They took something away from him. They asked him why these 3 got hit. You know what? I'm not going to speculate. I can just play it for y'all. I don't know why I sat here and did all that. You can hear it yourself. You want to tell me I'm crazy? That's fine. I am. I know it. I own it, right? But you can't tell me that Robert Saleh shouldn't know why his players aren't practicing. And so this was one of my biggest takeaways from this. I don't have much else to add to this, but it sounds to me like Shanahan's meddling again, and they want to do something with this defense. So listen to this right here.
Robert, can you hear me?
Yep, gotcha.
with no Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw and Javon Kinlaw, just wondering if there was any concern on the team's part from an injury standpoint.
No, no, there's not. Not from my understanding, anyway.
Not from my understanding, anyway. What the hell does that mean? So then, why weren't they practicing? What's going on, Breezy? This is when people start calling me crazy.
These guys are getting. Javon Kinlaw's been out there like every single day. Fred Warner doesn't like to take plays off. He has one motor. You heard Kyle say that. So he's going to get another day off.
Mm-hmm.
And Dre Greenlaw deserves a day. These guys just deserve day offs. Why can't they just have day offs?
Mm-hmm.
So when he said not to his understanding, he doesn't believe those guys are injured. So just because they got a day off doesn't mean that they're injured. It could be mean that they could be tired or they just need a freaking day. That's how I take it, man.
Okay.
Like that's how I take it.
But it sounds like it wasn't his decision. Can we agree on that?
I think it was Kyle Shanahan's decision.
Okay. Now let's go connect these dots. Later in the interview, towards the end, he says, someone asked him, "How has Kyle Shanahan been testing you and making sure you improve as a coach? Like, what does Kyle Shanahan do to challenge you?" That's the question. And one of the things he mentioned, he ran to being more aggressive with the meetings and the player personnel. And when I'm talking to John Lynch, he named all these things. Kyle wants him to be more assertive. Yet you're going to let Kyle just bench 3 of your players and not tell you why?
But he doesn't have to. He's the head coach. That's like your mother telling you to do something and not explaining why you got to do it. She the head boss.
But
am I right or am I wrong?
We can't do that in a Super Bowl run. Remember we talked.
You listen. This is practice, bro. Like it's practice. These are guys. You're talking about 3 guys that are making this roster, regardless, right? Now we could probably all agree that Javon Kinlaw needs the reps, but this dude ain't learning swim moves right now. He just not. It just ain't, It's impossible, right? He's gonna have to learn them by doing it over and over again. Right now, they're gonna utilize his power. He's gonna and make the best of it, and hopefully get him into the stuff runs. But Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner are your starting linebackers, bro. Starting linebackers. At the end of the day, Kyle can veto.
Yes,
he's the coach,
right?
So now, are you alluding? Let me see where my man Mike is going with this right now. All right, so y'all go grab me some popcorn, pop that for me so I can get.
Nah, this is gonna be quick.
No, that's not quick because I think I know where you're going with this before you even go there.
We talked about last year when Shanahan benched somebody. I'll say it. Remember when Shanahan benched Witherspoon?
Yes.
And it was a miscommunication, and they said that he benched him. Saleh let it go. They put somebody out there that Saleh didn't want out there, but it was cool because Shanahan said it. And then afterwards, they pointed out to Shanahan, and Shanahan came back and admitted his fault.
He said it was his apology. He said it wasn't Witherspoon's fault when they went and looked back at the tape.
That's correct. Why the players are being tested? This is practice. Why can't the coaches be tested? Why can't Shanahan be testing Saleh to see if he's going to still keep doing the same thing? Put me in my place. You hear John Lynch and Shanahan talk about the system of checks and balances all the time. I think one thing, Lynch thinks another. We go back and forth, and then we come up to an agreement together. But if I say X, Y, Z, and you just say, oh, okay, and go, even though you want an ABC, there's no checks and balances. It's the defense, bro. This is the defensive side of the ball. Do something. Like, stand up for yourself. We're talking about this man is possibly going to be gone next year at the conclusion of this season because he's going to be a head coach. You can't assert yourself in practice?
Yes.
If you don't do it now, you're never going to do it.
No, I disagree. And maybe that's just not who Robert Saleh is. Some people are passive. Some people are passive aggressive. Some people are aggressive. Some people are aggressive passive, if that's a word. But what I'm trying to say is it's probably not in his character to do that, Mike. And that's just who he is. Now, by him saying what he said makes me feel like he didn't agree with Kyle's or whoever sat these players or whoever gave these players a day off, it wasn't to his understanding. Is that can we agree to that? Because that's what he said.
He said, at least to my understanding, yes.
Yeah. Here's where Mike is going with this. Do you guys think at some point throughout this season we're going to see some type of ripple between the defensive coordinator and the head coach? And Mike is saying that, yes,
the possibility exists.
The possibility is there.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Because Kyle is playing. Kyle is coming into his own, right? Kyle is pretty much saying it's my team, and what I say goes.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not coming out saying it like that. He's just
damn.
What? Mike the new. That's a tough one, guys. You could give him you couldn't call him Mike Florio or something.
I can't be me. Like, don't nobody else break it down like this. I can't just be me.
You could be you. You could be you.
Oh, that hurt.
But like, and Kylie said it best, man. Like he said, listen, we have a number of injuries. Can you imagine if Fred Warner got injured because he overextended himself on a play? Mm-hmm. Or your first round draft pick gets injured because he overexerts himself? Or the guy that stopped Seattle almost two games in a row.
The West was one right there.
Yeah. Like, can you just imagine? So listen, man, these guys are going to be fine. I'm sure Salah and Kyle are having a conversation, smoking a blunt, right? And yeah, I'm sure because Kyle smokes blunts.
Can they do that? I don't know.
It's definitely legal in California now. I'm sure they're okay.
I'm about to say we didn't say that.
No, we did. We did. I'm sorry. Oh, what is wrong with me? What's that M12? What did I have? Whatever it is.
Right, M12, the McAllen, man.
The McAllen 12.
It's all good.
That's it. I'm leaving it there, yeah.
Yeah, me too. And then here's my other takeaway. He said that Jimmy Garoppolo is considerably more decisive.
That's pocket. Dope.
That was my other takeaway from it. That's it. I'm done.
Wait. Robert said that?
Robert Saleh. Tracy.
Wow.
Fangirl. She asked the question.
It's good to hear that.
You know, what have you seen the difference with Jimmy Garoppolo this offseason and up to now going up against him? And he said he is considerably more decisive. Like you can see, it's obvious. And you know what was funny? It was backed up by Tart. Tart said that Jimmy's even learned to look off the safety.
Oh,
and he's not even the free safety. You got to remember, he's the one down in the box.
He's the one in the box.
You're confusing the one closer to you. That's a different level right there. Those are the little things that make that second year in Shanahan system the MVP year. You got it from the defensive coordinator, and you're getting it from the box safety, saying that Jimmy will look me off, and I think he's going this way, and then boom, he's throwing all the way across to the left, like that.
All right. Look, my expectations for Jimmy G is not to be MVP. That I don't. That's not my expectations for him. I hope that's not what everybody's expectations for Jimmy is to be in this year, the second year, because Matt Ryan was MVP his second year. I hope that's not where everybody's expectations are. My expectations is for Jimmy to just be a better daggone QB. I mean, better all around, all five tools, have them all down, not throwing the linebackers, looking off the safeties, like doing all the calling plays at the line. Now, I'm not saying that won't win him the MVP, but I guarantee you he's not thinking about stuff like that. He wants to win the Super Bowl. Because I said it. So they're like, he does? I think that was in a question. Kyle smokes bud? Like, no. So I'm not expecting him to go out there and be an MVP. I'm expecting him to improve as a quarterback. Like, to play MVP caliber ball to win this team a Super Bowl. That's it. That's my expectation. So I'm hoping everybody's expectations. And the reason why I said that is because you mentioned Matt Ryan winning MVP the second year in the system, right. And now it's it's Jimmy Garoppolo's second year. So I'm hoping that's not what we were expecting, because I'm not. I don't even think Jimmy cares about MVP. Just to keep it a buck, I think Jimmy really cares about not making as many mistakes.
Yes.
Can we say this about Jimmy? Because I don't think this is the one thing we don't give him credit for. He the only guy I know that could throw 15 interceptions in one game and keep throwing it. Like it doesn't matter. Like he shook it off.
Brett Favre, that gunslinger.
You get what I'm saying? Like, give him some type of credit. Because can you imagine? Look, I had to pitch today. in softball, and it was the hardest damn thing I've ever done in my life. I never pitched before in softball. I didn't realize you had to have a lot of arc and stuff under it. I'm just throwing it and getting it over the plate. It's hitting the plate. The umpire not calling strikes.
He
And
said it's hitting the plate. It's not supposed. You had a busy ass day. I'm sorry.
yo, and no, but it wasn't. They were too flat. You know what I'm saying? And the ump kept saying getting up. And I'm like, well, that's not how my coach told me to do it and practice. So my brain is now I'm trying to get it up. Now I can't even get it. I'm left and I'm right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if I didn't shake that off, we would have never got out of that game. But I can't front. It was bothering me. Jimmy can throw an interception and it doesn't bother him. That's my point. So
he lives on the play, not the drive, not the game.
Yes. That's a big up for Jimmy, yo.
Yes,
that's a big up for Jimmy.
All right, so we also heard from Jordan Reed, DJ Jones, and Jaquiski Tart. We also heard from Jimmy Garoppolo. I want to ask you, which one do you want to go to?
Listen, man, Jordan Reed sounds like a true mother sucker from Connecticut. Bro, that boy sounded like he was from New Haven, Hartford. I mean, he from New Britain and played in New London, but he sounded like a true Connecticut. And it was really good to hear him talk because you never hear Jordan Reed talk. And before Jordan Reed did his presser, I was watching a pass he caught on brick by brick. He caught this pass.
He's back. He go working that brick by brick review, y'all. Y'all got thumbs up. Y'all thought we forgot. My man is on it. Let's go.
Listen, look, I could get it up. Don't worry about me. I don't need pills. But listen. I might be 40, but I'm still potent. But no, check this out. He caught this pass right on the outside. And I think this is what George Kittle. I don't even think George Kittle has this move with his feet. He put was it a safety, cornerback, whoever it was covering him on the outside. He pity-patted the feet and shook him. I think it was Tart. And Tart was on him. Tart was supposed to go hit him. He stopped. Tart flew by, and he took off running. Right. Guys, if that Jordan Reed is on this team healthy, shoot. I wanted to say shit from like my man from the wire.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Can you imagine what it's going to be like with Jordan Reed? So I wanted to kick off, talking about his presser with that little tidbit, man, because he has some things he said. I didn't take notes, but I kind of memorized. It was a short presser. It was only like 6 minutes. But they asked him some straight up questions, Mike, and he pretty much answered them head on and said he's just happy to be here. He said he was blessed to be here. He's happy to be here, and he ain't thinking about no daggone injuries. Like, let's go. Like, he's ready.
That is true. He's pretty much over it, man. He's over it, and you guys have sold me on his route running. I'm lying. You guys said it. I didn't buy it. It wasn't until I heard George Kittle. I said this on the last show. It wasn't until I heard George Kittle describe Jordan Reed's route running that I was like, he's speaking like he's talking about a receiver. That's incredible. So I can't wait to go back and watch this new episode of Brick by Brick. I will be watching that as soon as this is over. But yeah, man, when a player's over an injury, they're over an injury. Or are they? So now we're going to get to my takeaway from the Jordan Reed presser. And again, guys, I'm sorry I was in my little conspiracy theory bag. Jordan Reed admitted something that I did not want to hear him admit. And that was he considered retiring last year. The injury kept him out. He thought about hanging it up. The reason I didn't want to hear that is because I have heard from multiple NFL players that the second you consider retiring, you're done. They tell you, like, if you're thinking about it, you're already tapping out. Mentally, physically, it's over, right? It's done. And then later on in the presser, he followed that up with saying, I'm having the most fun I've ever had in my career, like ever. He's played with Shanahan before. He's having the most fun he's ever had. So is he an anomaly? That's my question to you. Is he an anomaly? Is he the one player that has thought about retiring but decided no, and they're going to prove that this is why I shouldn't retire? Is he really going to be that guy that said, I should hang it up, give it one more, and then let's see what happens? Like, is he that guy? Is he going to be that one person that stands out and breaks the mold of the people who should have retired, and then they didn't, and then we see them just fall apart, and we say, damn, bro, like, you should have left last year, the year before. Remember when Peyton Manning, he went from okay, still good in the huddle, still can control an offense and navigate around the defense, to throwing ducks, and we were like, yo, bro, you should have hung it up last year. I don't want to see that for certain people, especially on this team.
Right.
Can you defy those odds? That's my question to you.
I agree. I get where you're coming from with this, and there's only one thing I gotta say. This dude was in Washington. He's played for the Washington football team. I don't know too many people.
3 times.
I had to fix it. I had to make sure I said it right.
Good. No, you did great. I like that because I just spit it out. You good? Right,
because at the time he did play for them. Right, he played for the other name. But listen, man, it's football. This dude has 7 concussions. But he also talked about how his doctor said they cleared him, and he
Is
went
that
to
an official number. He's had 7 concussions.
The ones that they let us know about.
Oh my God.
And the doctors cleared him. He's been to specialists, right? And he's good to go. Now, the fact that he's back with someone that like kind of developed him into being what he knew he was. He was a star in high school, bro. He went to Florida, right? Where did he go to college? Forgot where he went.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he was there with Hernandez.
You heard me? Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
This dude is gonna be a problem, yo. And I think he will be that. This will be that season where he's going to do whatever he can to contribute.
Jordan Reed went to college in New London, Connecticut.
No, he went to school. He went to high school here.
It was in the SEC. And
he went to Florida, right?
With White. Oh, here we go. Reed accepted an athletic scholarship to the University of Florida.
Bam. I knew it.
Oh, he was with Urban Meyer. That's right.
Yeah, he was a Gator.
That's right.
He was there with Tim Tebow and Aaron Hernandez.
Was Frank there?
No. Who? Frank who?
Gore.
He was Miami.
Oh, Miami. I got the wrong Florida team. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My bad.
And he's older too. And he the best running back in the Jets camp. Or whatever he is now. I forgot what he
is. Trucking people? Man, I try not to do that because I don't want to talk about guys who left the team.
All right, my bad. But my bad.
Frank, but Frank different from me. I saw that video and I was like, get that. Let's go, Frank. Like,
listen, Frank Gore is he's different. I think they gave him bionic knees, bro. I think when he got his knees messed up, I think they gave him 2 good knees.
Done, like click. And then he was just like, yeah, I'm good now. Let's go. He never looked back. He got the RoboCop knees.
Yes, there you go. Now listen, to answer your question, Mike, I think he's different. I think his mentality is, I'm on a Super Bowl contending team. I have never played on a Super Bowl. The last time I won was in Florida. I played like 10 years in the NFL for losers. I'm on a Super Bowl contending team. Coach, what do I need to do? They asked him about easing him in to the offense, and he said that was perfectly fine. He said, I was happy the way they did that. And he was like, now I'm getting more reps. Now I'm getting more equipped to the playbook. Now I'm understanding stuff better. And he said, it's essentially the same as it was with the Redskins, but it's amplified times 10. Like it's different. It's more. It's more complicated. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dang, yo, what the hell is Kyle drawing up? Like it ain't X's and O's. It's EM equals C smash squared times whatever. Whatever, he's on some Einstein stuff. So I think Jordan Reed is back, bro. I think he's going to find a way to be on this team, however see fit, and he's going to contribute.
Okay, I like it. What else did I take away from the Jordan Reed presser? Hold on, let me see. Consider retiring last year. No, that's it. I didn't get much else because you know what my issue is? He got a lot of questions that other players got. You weren't here for the Super Bowl, but when you guys reviewed it as a team, what did you think about how people reacted? Da, da, da. It was just more rigmarole. So I won't do that. We also heard from DJ Jones, Jaquiski Tart, and Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, let me just give you, I have not watched a single Jimmy Garoppolo presser all offseason.
I missed the Jimmy one. That was a different day, though.
They asked him about his mask in the first question.
That was a different day. That was 2 days ago.
I clicked it. They asked him about his mask. I turned it off. I was like, if this is what it is, I'm not watching.
Oh, they asked him about the mask because it was for a charity. So he
said it feels great, baby.
Yeah, those are sponsored by this nonprofit organization, and he's selling them to raise profits for the nonprofit organization.
That's not what he said at all. I believe you, by the way.
That's not what the mask says, but that's his saying. It feels great, baby. That's what he says.
Right,
So
I remember him saying that.
So
he
they put
Andrews from the sideline.
They put it on the mask, right? And now they're selling them. They're for sale. People have been buying them, and all the profit, and all the profits go to help the money to the kids and stuff like that.
Oh shit, we got to order some. If it's a charity, I got. By the way, guys, we have not forgotten about 1 week of donations going to a player's thing. We are still doing that. So we're gonna let you guys know when we switch it to the next player. We're on it. We did not forget about that. We will bring that to you guys, and we'll let you know when we are switching to the next one. What we realized was that we get significantly more views and viewers and contributions during the season than we do in the off season. So if we want to make a difference, we want to make a bigger difference. All right, you understand what I'm saying? So when we do it, instead of it being during a show with only 250 viewers, we'd rather it be on a show with 400, 600 viewers, and we can get more contributions and make more of a bigger donation. So we're going to wait till the season starts to do that. We don't want to shortchange anybody. So that's why you haven't heard us bring it up again. But trust me, we have not forgotten. He didn't quite explain the way Breezy just explained it. He was like, "Oh, I'm kind of late to the game," and da-da-da-da, and this was the mask. So I turned it off. This is what I get for not listening.
You didn't You didn't finish watching it. He
No,
did
I
say
did
that.
not. I watched the first question and turned that shit off. I'm not joking. So what else did he talk about? Was there anything that we need to discuss from Jimmy's presser? Because now I feel like a jerk. I feel like an a-hole. Like, because I just feel like everyone's like, "Oh, Jimmy, you're so pretty. Thanks for being our quarterback." I don't want to watch that shit. I'm not interested in watching this guy speak. I'm not. I feel like I know I'm being harsh on him, but I don't care to hear him speak. I don't know. Like, what did he say? Was there anything that you wanted to discuss from me? If not, we're gonna keep it moving.
You know what? I think I took notes on Jimmy, and I might not have taken notes on Jimmy. Let's see. I got Kyle, Tevin, Jimmy. Mass, it was for a nonprofit organization called City Team. That's what Miss Debbie put in there. So that's the name of the nonprofit. They asked him about Jordan Reed. He said it would be huge and it gives other guys opportunities. He could do things in space and make guys miss. That must be that play where Tart missed because Tart had him and Tart missed. He put the stop and go on him on some basketball stuff. Some Allen Iverson. Remember the stop and go, right?
You talking about the Jordan joint?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
That's what Jimmy Reed said it. I mean Jimmy G said it.
All right.
I'm just saying you gotta watch the joint. They asked him about racial justice. He talked about Trent being a plus. And that was it. Trent Williams.
Okay. There's two Trents on offense. That's why I'm asking. I didn't know if he mentioned
Trent Taylor or Trent Williams.
I am dying for an offensive player to mention Trent Taylor. I'm dying for it because I need a reason to include him on my 53-man roster.
He's going to be your starting slot receiver, guys.
I need a reason to include him.
I just gave you the reason. He's going to be.
If you had to choose between Kendrick Bourne and Trent Taylor, and only one of them make the roster, who you picking? Don't worry, I'll wait. We're gonna get back to it. That's my point. But you can pick both, though. Why can't you pick both? Because you might not be able to.
You can. You're gonna pick 6 to 7 guys at the wide receiver spot.
Listen to me. But if I convince you that Shanahan is gonna keep 3 quarterbacks again instead of just 2,
he's keeping 3.
That's a waste of a roster spot, right? And then if I convince you that we need to keep 4 tight ends instead of 3.
Is CJ Beathard eligible for the practice squad?
But they're not going to cut him and risk him to the waiver wires.
Yes, they will. Don't nobody want him. Who wants CJ Beathard? I'll wait. Now, since we waiting, let's wait. I'll wait.
I hear you. I don't think they're going to do it. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Let me ask you this question. Okay, here's my counter. Here's my answer to that. Do you believe the reports that last year they had an offer for CJ?
Hell no.
Okay, so because you don't believe it, that's why you will expose him to the waiver wires. But if there was a team that called and offered something for CJ, like they said that happened,
that was all smoke.
I get you. That was posturing. I get it. But I'm saying that if someone believes it, then you can't put them out there for the waivers because someone can claim them.
This is no disrespect to CJ
at all.
We're talking about a roster spot, guys,
right.
And we're talking about taking an extra wide receiver over a third string quarterback. If your first string quarterback seems to be healthy and ready to go, and you got the backup, because all right, here's what Kyle said. All right, so if y'all been watching the pressers, they asked about CJ and Nick, and Kyle said we got 2 number 2s. Now say something.
They're tied for second. That's what he said. He was lying. He'd been lying. He said they listen to this. CJ Beathard was the first backup. It was Jimmy, Beathard, Mullins. And the whole time he said, oh, they tied. Then out of nowhere, boom, Mullins was the backup, and he was still saying they tied. Nobody.
No, that's why I was like, what you know about this song? What you know about Keith Sweat? I want to tease you.
Let's go.
I want to please you.
Come on, man.
I want to hold you, baby, all night long. Wait, got I want your body.
Now you sound like him. There it is right there. To the very last drop. Oh, let me stop.
Wait, I need some more of that basketball, whatever it's called. All right, go ahead.
But my point is this. He said they were tied for second while Nick Mullins surpassed CJ Beathard.
Listen, but
they can't be tied if one guy leapfrogs the other.
We don't know if they listen. We talk about another training camp, Mike, and
we do know who passed each other because CJ Beathard was inactive, and Nick Mullins became the active.
I'm talking about now, Mike. I'm talking about now. You're talking about
nobody believing what he's saying about Beathard, bro.
Listen,
come on, man.
Listen.
If I can read body language and we're gonna keep it real on this show, we're gonna keep it a beam, man. We're not gonna do that. Nick Mullins is not off that job to CJ Beathard.
Has been, he looked from his throws with some of these guys, they've been on point. Now he did overthrow Kevin White a couple times today, whatever. But he's got some touchdown passes.
Okay. All right, we'll see. I don't even want to argue about it. You're right. We'll see. So any other takeaways from Jimmy Garoppolo's press?
No. He's a horrible speaker too, by the way. All right, next.
So that leaves us with DJ Jones, which I have a lot on, and Jaquiski Tart, which I only have one sentence here.
His presser was 3 minutes.
Tarts.
Not tarts. Yeah, tarts.
Jones?
No, tarts was 3 minutes.
I have one sentence on tarts. Look, I'm just going to show you.
Get him over with real quick.
Look at the difference. Look, one's tart, and then one's Jones.
Yep, let's get Tart over with quick because I will say this.
Go ahead.
Tart looks good.
He looks great, actually.
He looks good. So
my man had his hair done. Nah, time out. Y'all don't know what it's like for a brother to get his hair done during COVID.
I know what it's like when Mike sends you a picture like, look at my hair, hair.
I'm free, and he locked down in the bubble. Y'all don't know what it's like for a brother to get his hair done. This takes time. I'm talking 3 hours right here. Okay, yeah. Tart, and that it's 3 hours without the wash. If you get the scrape and wash and dry, come on, man. Tart got his whole joint and it's not neat, it's not cool, but he got it done during a lockdown. That takes time, that takes commitment, that takes extra tests. He needed that. Tart's in a good spot mentally. Tart is in a good spot mentally. I'm telling y'all stuff that I look into when I tell you I read body language. I'm telling y'all this because it makes a difference with how a player is feeling. What Deion say? Look good, feel good, play good.
Yes,
right?
Sir.
That's the list that he ran down.
Yes, sir.
But it started with look good. Tart taking time to get his hair done tells me, you know what? I'm grinding. I gotta learn. Hair getting crazy. All of a sudden, you go get your hair done during this pandemic, during the NFL bubble. Now you feel good. Now you feel good. He was smiling more. You know what I'm saying? He was out there. He felt good about himself. Tart felt so good and looked so good that he looked like he put on some weight. Tart looked like he added some muscle.
Muscle.
Right? He looked like he added some muscle. I'm like, yo, who's that? I'm telling y'all that he's in a better space, period. Mentally and physically. I'm going to shut up. Go ahead, Breezy. Talk about your boy Tart.
I mean, I just think Tart's ready to play football, guys. There's not much that they can really ask him. They're not asking him about his contract year. That's not questions they're coming to him with, because right now I think he's just ready to go out there and play. They did ask him about how he thought the other guys were doing, Tavarius Moore and such and such, those guys. He said everybody's doing their thing. So I just think that he is. I remember if you check my list, this is the player that I said that was gonna have a breakout year.
Okay.
And the reason why I said it is because all the Wayne saying Earl Thomas and he heard me. So he's gonna go out there, and who was it before Earl Thomas? Jamal Adams. Oh, he listening to me. That's why he don't be following me on Twitter anymore. So he hear me, but he don't realize that I picked him to be the breakout player. It's all motivation, baby. I come at you with these words. I speak words so you can go out there and show your worth. He's gonna go out there and show some teams up, man. You exactly, Callie. He is pissed. He's pissed.
So I'm ready to see my man get out here and get it. I'll be honest with you. Here was my takeaway, though, from the Tart presser. Just one. He said it's going back and forth with Dante Pettis, and iron is sharpening iron. What? What you laughing at, Breezy?
The comments, man. You posted.
I saw somebody say I was off that yak. I'm good tonight.
Nah.
Mike's on call, so Mike's got to be. See, I let your energy and everything in the beginning of the show affect me.
Right.
You turned me
up. Yeah. We all wild up.
I tried to match your energy, and now they think I'm drunk. They think I'm off the yak. Like I'm drinking some net. I'm not even a soda drinker. This is Pepsi. Can y'all see that? I don't want to pour it on my computer.
Pepsi's better than Coke too, by the way. All right, so
yes, it is. Yes, it is. But my point is, listen. Here's what I got. Tracy Sandler again. Damn, that's 2 questions for her making the show. She asked, I think she said he intercepted a play intended for Pettis. No.
No. That was it.
Pettis caught the touchdown on him and said something to him.
It was because he intercepted the play. He intercepted a pass previously and went over to Pettis and said, "You need to catch the damn ball." And then Pettis caught the touchdown and over him and said, "Hey, you need to catch the damn ball."
Right.
So that was the bicker. That was the bicker. That was the
yes. And that was my whole takeaway that was my biggest takeaway, is that this team is, we understand that iron sharpens iron. If I'm good, you're good. If you're good, I'm good. But that's the prime example right there. You beat me, now I'm going to beat you. And what are we saying to each other? Step your game up. Get better. That was your ball to catch. Nah, that was your ball. You get what I'm saying? This is literally the team improving themselves with themselves. It doesn't get much better than that, because a lot of these guys don't like the people on the other side of the ball. Their bond, their relationship is with people in their own room.
We've seen it.
The DBs like the DBs, the wide receivers like the wide receivers.
We've seen it. I've seen it. If you've ever watched an episode of NFL Films,
here you go. Break it down.
I remember when Peyton Manning was cussing out Jeff Saturday, and Jeff Saturday was like, "F you, run the goddamn ball. Stop throwing it. Run it. We want to run. Stop throwing the pass. Stop." I was like, "Oh, like guys, they got to get along. That's center to quarterback." So I because remember I said I didn't know that the defenses and the offense talked. I bet you the 94 49ers team, they didn't talk much. Defense was on one side and the offense was on the other side, and they were separate. Like, you rarely see it. This group of guys, though, they're different. It's a different vibe. It's a different bond. And I like that competitiveness. I like the fact that You got Pettis going out there. You got Tart going out there. If Pettis is catching balls over Tart, that's what's up. Like, because Tart, he got some reach. And maybe he just didn't jump. Tart got the one-handed reach. He got some extension in him. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope. But I like how they just go in each other's face and be like, yo, catch the ball. Catch the ball. Like,
right.
That's
throw
dope.
It back at him. Pause. Like, you know what I'm saying? Throw it back to him. That's what I'm saying.
I would have never said that. But yep.
All right, throw it back to them. How's that? Is that better?
Boom.
Let me ask you a question. I saw it in here. I clicked the comment already. Do you think it's possible with the injury to Wentz, the Eagles could be a team that calls about Beathard?
No.
Even as a backup?
No.
Nobody. You still with the Keats? Okay. All right. It's cool. I saw you shake your head. It's cool. I get it. I like it. All right. So that leaves me with just one more presser, and I got DJ Jones here. Now,
let's take this.
By the way,
because this one was dope.
But there was also Coleman. Coleman did speak.
Oh, I got that, but that was 2 days ago. But we could talk about it.
Well, it was 2 days ago, but it was since we last did a show.
Correct.
So we try to recap them all. I listened to it. I didn't write down anything because that's just me. Maybe it's me hating on Coleman because I feel like Coleman's direct competition for two of my guys. But I didn't have.
It's you hating.
No, and that's cool. I'll admit it. You there's no shame in my game. I don't. He is my least favorite wide running back on this team.
Gosh darn. He's probably one of my favorites. All right, look.
Wait. Let me think about that. We got him.
You got him. Jeff. You got Jeff Wilson. You got him, and
Mostert.
and Hasty.
And Hasty. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Unless you include like Kyle Juszczyk and
no, he's not a running back. He's a fullback.
Yeah. I don't understand why people say he has to go. No. Coleman, I don't get it. It's not like he's the least productive.
No, not at all. I don't get why people say he has to go, but he is my least favorite running back.
That's fine. That's fine.
That is true. We just ran down the name, and yes, I know we haven't seen Hasty do anything here. Coleman is my least favorite, but that's no disrespect to him. Like that doesn't mean that I don't see his value. It doesn't mean that I don't think he's good. I'm telling you about my personal favorite. Bro, my favorite wide receiver on the team is Kendrick Bourne. I have him. If I had to start them all, he's wide receiver 4 for me. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean that he's not good, he's not productive. He's my favorite wide receiver, but I have him as wide receiver 4. Coleman is my least favorite running back, but odds are he's running back 1. So it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean anything by where I have you ranked. It's my favorites. It's about how the team views you and how I think the team views you. So,
and I think cutting Coleman will cost the team some money too. So like you could let him go, but then we're gonna be hit with the dead. A big.
Well, I'll look that up. You tell us what he said in his.
All right. So they talked to Coleman. They asked him, was it difficult to come back this year? And he said it was very difficult. But his family convinced him to play football. Same here, Dre. That's my guy. And you know that. I always go to war for Tico.
Always. You since day one, you've been going to war.
He's just a hard-nosed running back, man. He takes
so his dead cap this year. I'm saying only, but it's $2 million.
Okay. So, I don't think we need to be. We need to keep as much money as we can. So they asked him how did he spend his offseason. Listen, he had surgery, guys, in this offseason to get his shoulder fixed, I believe. And so he's been rehabbing with his surgery. But his shoulder is good. His shoulder is good. What's good is that season Ayuk. I like that.
Bump.
Yeah, I was about to say that. And then somebody asked about No Diggity. Shorty get down, good Lord, and you got you walking all over town. Chick the girl, she don't play around. Listen, I do.
Game by the pound. Oh,
yes, sir. Ayuk. Hey.
Oh, Ayuk. I see what you did. Damn, I'm mad I didn't think of that first. All right, you got me.
So his mindset. He said our mindset. And the goal is to get back to the Super Bowl and finish where we left off. Listen, this is a guy you want on your team. Like he's a veteran. His mindset, it's there. It's there. And it's been there. And remember, he's had experiences in the Super Bowl before right? Now, I get people think that these other guys could come in and do what he does, and you're possibly right. But right now, I think Kyle sticks with him until he can't anymore. That's just the way I think it. This is a guy he hand selected and brought in, so I think Tico is going to be there, man. I'm with you, Dre. They also he spoke about Trent Williams. He said that the offensive line has been amazing. They've been fighting and finishing off their blocks. Wait a minute. So if the offensive line is that much better, these running backs are going to have field days. All right. So don't act like we didn't have a 4-touchdown game from this guy. You know, it wasn't consistent because defenses was able to stop it. But the one game where the defense couldn't stop it, they were a pretty good defense. And I'm talking about Carolina with one of the greatest linebackers probably to ever play the game, who looked like he was on skates because he couldn't figure out Kyle Shanahan's offense. He couldn't figure it out. And that's the retiree Luke Kuechly. Like I said, he separated his shoulder. They asked him about Hasty. They asked him about what was his personality. He said, listen, he's coachable and he's listening. He says he's a quiet guy like me and he doesn't talk much, but when he's out there, he gets the job done. So I think the 49ers are high on Hasty. That's why they didn't let him go. And to be undrafted, to make this team undrafted, it's not an easy fixing. It's not like we need players or we got players now. But if you making the team undrafted when you didn't have anybody, okay. But to make the team when you got players undrafted, that means there's something special. So that was dope that he bigged up Hasty, man.
So what did he say his personality was like?
He's alone. He's like a to himself type guy. He doesn't talk much. Okay. He keeps to himself.
He about his business.
He's all business.
He's all business.
Can you imagine a young man coming in there being all business?
Yeah. That's my guy. Okay. Yeah.
Wait, I want to know more about this. Jaron said he played with Jermichael.
Oh,
let us know what that was like. Shoot us an email.
Austin? Who was Jaron Austin? Who is this guy?
There's somebody watching our show. I'm gonna look up Jaron Austin to see.
Well, I didn't have the privilege of watching the Coleman. I'm lying. I did have the privilege and the option. I just chose not to. And it wasn't a slight. No, I'm lying. I did watch it. I didn't take any notes on it. There was nothing that was said that resonated with me to bring to the show. So I'm lying all the way around. I did watch the show, his presser. I just didn't have anything that really stood out to me. So Breezy gave a good synopsis on it. I do think that the running back position is going to be interesting. I was putting up comments while Breezy was speaking, and I said that my least favorite running back was Tevin Coleman. Someone said I thought it was McKinnon. I thought McKinnon's contract was the worst, but he is. I've said multiple times that McKinnon is the guy I'm most excited to see play this season. So I want to see what Kyle Shanahan sees in this guy, and I'm talking about McKinnon. Coleman, I think the problem with Coleman is that he's just so consistent and so like 3.5 yards, 3.5 yards, 3.5 yards that I just don't want to see it. I want to see a guy that can just boom sometimes, but more booms than not. Like Coleman is the guy that you give me 12 carries, one of those 12 is going to be for 30 yards, right? Mm-hmm. And that's great. But then there's a flip side. Yeah. Where you have a guy like Mostert, where 1 in 4 carries is 30 yards, right? And then there's your regular ass running back, where 1 in 9 or 10 carries is 30 yards. I just feel like Coleman, I know exactly what he's gonna do. You can count it off. Like his 12th carry is gonna be a big gain, and that's it. Like, but it's just so predictable that I want something different. Does that make any sense? Like, I know what you're going to do. It's valuable, but I want something. I don't know how to explain it. I don't care. I give up. But that's what my point is. That's all. It's just that Coleman is so good, and he's so damn consistent. You can set a stopwatch to it. And I want something more exciting, something more exhilarating. I want to like not know what's going to happen. When you hand the ball off to Mostert, it could be a 3-yard run or it could be an 80-yard run. Any given play. And I love seeing that. With Coleman, it's like, all right, this is run number 3. Here's a 4-yard run. Run number 4. Here's a 4-yard run. First down. Run number 5, 4-yard
with
run.
Jerry
First
on
down.
this, man. It's all positive production, bro.
It is, and I appreciate it. And if it weren't for me being spoiled by guys like Mostert, I would probably really like it. But
If Mostert doesn't get those runs this year, I can't wait to see your face, bro.
Right. If he doesn't, it changes everything. Not just for me, but for the whole team and the dynamic of how they run the offense. But Mostert and Breida spoiled me. They spoiled me, bro. You remember the first handoff against Cleveland? You remember when Breida housed that?
I do.
It was 88, bro. Like, that was game. It was over. Like, from that moment on, we knew that game was a wrap. That was the first play of the game. If that was Tevin Coleman, that play does not happen.
Ricky Waters was like, he was 6'2", 6'3". He could catch. He wasn't the best running back. He was good, was decent, but he could catch. He could catch out the backfield. And that's what made Ricky Waters phenomenal for that 49ers team. He could catch. Like, I remember him. He was out of Notre Dame. He could catch. Good God. I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought you was finishing up, but somebody mentioned.
No. It's all love. It's all love. So that was it for the for his presser. And the last thing I have is DJ Jones here. What look at us ending with is this the last presser we're gonna go over? A defensive guy?
This is the last presser.
The nose, like the DT. Oh, look at us, guys. All right, so he started his presser really dismissive of the shoulder injury.
Mm-hmm.
They asked him how the shoulder injury was, and how was the recovery, and
he shut that down,
bro. He was damn near disrespectful. He was like,
I thought so too, bro. I thought,
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Remember how I was talking about earlier with Salah and his body language, and why was he feeling the way? And maybe they just took players away from Salah that he didn't have it. I almost felt like that was the case with DJ Jones, right? And we're gonna talk about it. He said, and this is a quote. I typed out exactly what he said verbatim. The past is the past. We have an excellent staff here. They helped me out, and I'm back. That was his response to the shoulder injury question.
But it shut them up.
That was it.
They moved on.
Bro, nobody mentioned that shoulder again.
He looked like, is it me or does he really look like Debo? Like, he looked like a bully. Like, his voice don't match up to his body.
Right.
But, like, he looked like if you say something wrong.
Right.
Wow. Now, I know
he shows a lot of teeth when he smiles. When he's smiling, you look at him like, oh, I'm sorry.
Right. Now, I know you're gonna take us home with the DJ Jones stuff. I got one thing I wanted to say about this. I'm excited to watch Kentavious Street play for the 49ers this year. Because DJ Jones, if he didn't co-sign anyone, they asked him about Kinlaw, whatever. He co-signed Kentavious Street. He said that Kentavious Street, because they asked him about his injury. Do you think it was because of his injury last year, this, that, or the third, or whatnot? He's like, I don't know. But I know right now, like, this kid is balling.
There were two guys he did that for. We're gonna come back to both of them. He did that for Givens.
Yes, Kevin Givens.
Street. Yep. He did it for both of them. But I'm gonna phone a friend here. Well, not really phone a friend. Y'all said it doesn't count for people on our show. But we're gonna bring in our resident GM Tony to talk about DJ Jones and the nose tackle for the San Francisco 49ers. Oh damn. It's so dark over there. I can't even see his bald head. Tony, you all right, bro? Hey, there he is.
What up?
What's going on, bro?
No, what's up, man?
You look like some of those people in one of those anonymous videos where the background's all blacked out. You can't see nothing. Hey, always held against my will. Hey, listen, man. All right, you know what? While I got you here, I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit, right? So, DJ Jones, we're on his presser. He bigged up a couple of players. And then when he came down to Solomon Thomas, he said Solomon Thomas is working hard and he gives us some energy. He's the energetic guy in the group, right? That was the only positive thing he had to say about Solomon Thomas. So I'm going to ask you this question. I want you to try to answer it honestly, and then we're going to give it to Breezy, right? All camp long, we have heard people saying how Solomon Thomas is having a better year. All of a sudden, he looks good. And people have been attributing it to him playing more and focusing on playing on the inside, right?
Correct.
Here's my question to you guys. What if the only reason Solomon Thomas looks good on the inside only is because we don't have a center and a right guard?
That could very well be the problem. That could be true. I mean, I don't know. I did my 53 today, and I had a really tough time keeping Compton on the roster. But from what I'm hearing, he's struggling big time in practice. From what I'm hearing, I'm reading reports, whether it's Grant Cohen, whether it's like, Cam Inman, Barros, Mayokos, so Lombardi and all them.
Before you keep going, tell people why you mentioned Compton when we're talking about Solomon Thomas. Let people know why you mentioned Tom Compton when we mentioned Solomon Thomas.
Because Compton is the right guard of the 49ers offensive line. And if you flip the defensive line against our offensive line, the 3 technique would be lining up on the right guard, pending to the formation. So that would be Solomon Thomas, and then DJ Jones would be between the center and the left guard. He would be like almost on an outside shoulder of the right guard, Solomon Thomas would, and that's where Tom Compton is.
So what you're saying is the person that we have heard the worst reports about in camp as far as offensive linemen is the guy going up against Solomon Thomas the most, who we've heard has improved the most.
And that could be very well the situation. But listen, Mike, we talk about this time in and time out. We don't know what the hell's going on. These guys are only reporting X amount of plays. In an hour and a half practice, you know how many reps are being done, one-on-ones are being done. They're only giving you like a handful. Like, if you look at all the reports, there's maybe like 5 or 6 plays that are highlighted by these reporters. We don't know what's going on in the other ones.
No, I agree with you, man. I completely agree with you. I just wanted to ask you guys if you think it's a possibility. Do you think it's a coincidence, or am I looking into it too much? You guys know how my brain goes. I start trying to connect dots that nobody else is connected.
Well,
and I just see Solomon Thomas' sudden improvement on the interior as like, okay, where's this coming from? And then when I step back and look, we don't have a center and we don't have a right guard. So could that be a reason? And do you think it's a reason?
It could be. I mean, listen, we could be overlooking this. All 3 of us could be overlooking this, but it could very well be the facts. And like I spoke to you on the phone about this, this team needs to do something, because if they go into this week 1 versus Arizona with this offensive line, and I don't know.
That's why Mike said, Tony, that he would put Chandler Jones over the center. Okay. I see where Mike's head is going. All right. Go ahead, Tony. Finish that
because
up.
I mean, like, think about it. You're going to attack the team's weakness with your best player. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Chandler Jones is a big enough dude to line up inside in passing formations. Obviously, he's not, passing downs. Obviously, he's not going to play to run like a 3 technique or whatever scheme they run. I'm not too sure what they run. I thought they ran a 34, but if they're going to put 4 down linemen, he's going to be up on the guard. So now you're putting your best rusher against our weakest link. Just like the Super Bowl. What did the Chiefs do? They flipped Derek Nandi and Chris Jones and put Jones on Pearson and Garland in between them 2. Mm-hmm. And you saw what happened. So, I mean, it is very concerning right now.
You're right. You're right. It didn't start that way, but they adjusted. And you're right.
Yep.
So that's how significant. Like, the injuries to our center positions are very significant to the 49ers. And I said that the center position is probably the most vital piece in this offense, like the piece you need for this offense to flow. Yeah, we got the left tackle. Yes, we got the left guard. We got the right tackle. We got the right guard. But we need that center piece. No pun intended.
Here's the problem. Us not having the centerpiece is causing the right guard to have to play center. So that still leaves 2 positions in flux.
Correct.
They don't have those 2 positions solidified. And even if they know who they want to plug there, There is zero continuity. These guys have not played together all offseason. It's a problem.
Just one more. Wait, hold on. I just got to pick this poll. One more factor is if you. I saw a report today. Hold on one second. Hello. Thank you. You too. I saw a report today that they put Brunskill back at right guard, and they put the kid Grisseau that they just signed playing center, who is a true center.
The kid from Oregon?
Yeah, now you could take that too.
You're talking about the Canadian guy?
No. The kid that we signed from he was a free agent from Chicago. He played at he was a 4-year He was a 4-year starter at Oregon. So you could take that one of two ways. Either A, this team realized that there's potentially Garland might not be ready for week 1, and they're going to put the true center in there and let Brunskill play the right guard. Or B, they're going to just put him in there for practices, let him get reps at right guard, Brunskill, and then just insert Garland for week 1. So there's two ways to look at that, but clearly the experiment of putting Brunskill at center is put on hold for now.
Either way, it lets us know there's some serious vulnerability on the inside there, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I don't want us to be praising Solomon Thomas or anybody from that side of the line because they're going up against people that are liabilities. I just don't know. And so I'm holding off judgment on Solomon Thomas. I'm not going to count it against him, but I definitely can't count it for him until I know exactly what's going on. Somebody said here, it was Dre. Mike, that's wrong. McKivitz has been taking snaps at center, and Brunskill is right guard. All right.
Yeah. Today, McKivitz. Only today.
But even if that's the case, one of those guys is a rookie. So you would expect your 3-year first-round pick to be whooping a rookie still. Like I'm not. It's just hard for me to feel excited about any reports coming concerning Solomon Thomas. That's all I'm saying. That's all. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm not saying Solomon Thomas hasn't improved. He's added weight. He's focusing only on the inside. Those are reasons to feel positive about him. But I want to see it against quality.
You'll see it week 1, Mike. How about that? Does that help you?
Exactly.
All right. Yeah, because we're going to see it week 1. I can guarantee you.
We have this, guys. We're wrapping the show up. Was there anything else from the pressers either one of you guys wanted to touch on?
No, man. I'm all set.
Tony?
I didn't hear the pressers today. I was working all day.
That's a great answer. Now, it's time for getting to know us. It's time to get to know us. Tony came in just in time to embarrass himself. So, Breezy, I'm going to ask you if you have a topic. If not, I'm going to jump right into mine.
You got it. I done told people who I was today.
So, Tony missed it. You have to go back and listen. I'm not even going to tell you. You have to go back and listen. All right. So, our getting to know you section is about us, right? It's not about the team necessarily. It's about the guys behind the microphones and just some more information, right? We talked about how we met our significant others and how we got their phone numbers, right? I asked you guys about the first dates also. So what we're going to do this time is it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit different, right? It's going to be about us, but it is going to be 49ers related. I want you guys to tell me your worst moment as a 49er fan. Now, I'm going to preface it with this. Sometimes there's games that we're just super confident in. There's no way we are going to lose this game. And you just run your mouth. And you are going off like you just know this game is in the bag. We're going to win it. Like on our worst day, we would beat this team. And then they end up losing. I want a story like that. I want to know what game it was. I want to know when you felt super confident, like just your worst moment going into a game for the 49ers. It doesn't have to be a playoff game. It doesn't have to be one of the 2 Super Bowls we lost. Just a game that you felt super comfortable about, and you were just way wrong. Because I So if y'all want me to go first, I will. If one of you guys want to volunteer to go first, then have at it.
Go ahead, Mike.
I got a couple.
All right, so Tony's got a couple, so let's let Tony go first. And then I'll give mine, and I'll go.
All right, I'll give you my most recent one. For my first time going to Levi Stadium was 2000. What was it? The year Shanahan was there. I think his first year. They played Arizona at home. Beathard was the quarterback. I don't know, maybe it was the second year. Beathard was the quarterback, and there was Cardinals fans there. Like, you know, I'm like talking shit on the way in. It's me and my wife, and I sit down in the seat, and the game starts. I'm watching. I'm like, wow. I said, this isn't really going good. My mind just spent all this money to come out there and finally see a 49er home game in Levi Stadium. And 3 rows behind me, there's a Cardinal fan. Running his mouth, you Niners suck, da 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 da. Now, I was sitting in a pretty good area, really good seats, and it was kind of like more high classy people, so I kind of bit my tongue. So we went up. We got like a 7-point lead. I turned around to this guy. I said, yeah, we suck, da 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 da. So I just started running my mouth to him. Man, sure as shit, we lost the game. And I felt like the biggest, you know what, because I was pissed off because A, I brought her with me. B, I spent a ton of money to get out there. And the next day, I had to spend a ton of more money to go to friggin' Napa Valley. And I was pissed off. But that was one of them. I can get into more, but that was like the most recent one. So that's the one I'm going to go with.
All right. Damn, that is painful. It does make it worse when you do a lot of traveling, right? Like, so we're all East Coast guys. We go to a Giants game, or in Breezy's situation, the Patriots game. It's not that bad. If Breezy was at that 2012 Patriots game against the Niners in the snow or whatever, and Kaepernick won that game, but what if we had a loss and Breezy was there? It's not that bad because you didn't fly out west and reserve the room and reserve the car and make dinner plans for 2 nights out of the week. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that bad. Tony went through all of that and still had to go somewhere after losing. Oh, God. That is torture. That is torture.
With a fake smile on my face.
Right. So I'm not a gambling man at all. However, the year was 2013. The 49ers were coming off a phenomenal season, all right? They had just appeared in the Super Bowl, and there was the year that they switched from Alex Smith to Colin Kaepernick as the starting quarterback, and it was the Colts game, all right? This was week 4 in 2013, and I knew with everything in my being that there was no way the Colts could stop us that year. There was no way possible. Bro, we got whooped that game. When I say whooped, like, I'm talking like flat out embarrassed. I think the final score was like, you know what? Hold on, I'm going to pull it up. I'll tell you what the finals. I feel like it was like 20-27 or 27-7. God, they put up 27 on us. Like, it was flat out embarrassing. And here's the thing. Like, it wasn't like Andrew Luck went crazy on us. I remember watching the game, like, Cap and Luck have similar stats except this pick. So Andrew Luck finished the game 17-26, 159 yards. Colin Kaepernick finished the game 13-27 for 150 yards, right? Bradshaw had 19 carries, 95 yards and a touchdown. 95 yards on almost 20 carries, right? But here comes Frank Gore. Frank was killing it that game, bro. 11 carries, 88 yards, but no touchdowns. But it was like the defense was holding up, but for whatever reason, we just could not score when we needed to. We scored in the first quarter, and that was it. They shut us out the rest of the entire game. That game was so painful. I knew we were supposed to win that damn Colts game. And this was a year that we only lost like 4 games. It's not like it was a bad team. We finished the season like 12-4. But that game just hurt so damn much because I talked so much shit going into it. I had a $20 bet with somebody. Like, it was just a whole bunch of little stuff that added up. I'm not a gambler. But when you put money on a game, if it's me, it's a game I know we're gonna win, and I lost, man. I don't like losing bets, and that game was one of them, and I had no explanation as to why we lost that game.
Wow. All right. I never bet on my team. I just can't do it. My brain won't let me do it. All right. I'm gonna make this long and sweet. All right. January 19th, 2014. In Seattle for the NFC Championship game. Now I know you guys remember this game. Now I knew and thought I knew we were gonna win this game. The way this game started off, I knew we were gonna win this game. And here's the thing, right? My wife, she wasn't my wife then. When did we get married? Shoot. Nope, not yet. She wasn't then. We didn't get married till that August. All right. So at the time, it was my birthday, and I didn't know she was throwing me a surprise party. So I wasn't being, I was at home. I wasn't trying to leave the house, and it was because it was the NFC Championship game, and I got this juju where I gotta watch the game at home. So my boy called me and was like, "Yo, it's my mom's birthday party, and she's really looking forward to you being there, and she's like my mom." So I couldn't say, "All right, I'm not gonna be there," because it was like my mom. So we get to the place, and they're like, "Surprise" or whatever, and it was this birthday party for me, and honestly, I really didn't receive it right, because my mind, they had TVs, so. And they wanted me to play my keyboards at my birthday party. Like I had to set up. It was a gig. It was weird. It was dope. My wife did her thing, but I only cared about the game. Now, but from the time I left the house, we had 3 points, and when I got there, I think we had 10 points. So I'm like, okay, we got this. We good. Kaepernick doing good. He running the ball. We good. We gonna beat this. And then. It didn't end right. Bowman got hurt, and I kindly left. So I left my own party. Now the thing I love about my wife is she understood. You know why she understood? Because the year before we were in the Super Bowl, and I threw a Super Bowl party, and I left that too when we lost. So she already knew what's going to happen if something don't go right. But I just knew we were going to win that game, guys. I knew we were going to win that game. And then they cheated us when Bowman caught that interception and took 2 ACL injuries on one play and said he didn't intercept the ball.
No, I thought it was a fumble, but Bowman had that ball. I thought it was a strip.
That's what I mean. It wasn't right. He had the ball. It didn't hit the ground is what I'm trying to say. He had the ball. And I'm saying how
oh my
that wasn't
God.
And we lost the game, and this is why. And I know so if you guys don't know, I have a pretty cool relationship with Uncle Sherman, and this is why 49er fans hated Richard Sherman. It wasn't because of anything else. It wasn't even from the Super Bowl. It's because of this game right here when he called Michael Crabtree a sorry receiver.
But why did he call him a sorry receiver?
Okay,
we're gonna be honest. What happened?
Tell him what happened, bro.
Because they had a hard-fought game back and forth. At the end of the game, as soon as it was 0 seconds, Sherman went up to Crabtree with his hand out.
And Crabtree didn't try to shake his hand.
Good game. Crabtree was in his feelings. The emotional diva that he was, he couldn't handle it. That's what it was, man. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what turned Sherman up.
Yep. And ever since then, he was turned up. But listen, I just knew we had that game, guys. And remember, we always struggled winning in Seattle. Like we couldn't win there for some strange reason. Like that 12th man mojo was real. Like we struggled. But I love my wife. Thank her for the birthday party. Thanks to everybody that came out. But that game.
Hey, I just want you to know that Alex Smith beat them in Seattle, and so did Jimmy Garoppolo. Cap never did it.
No, he couldn't.
Cap never did it. Harbaugh only won one time in Seattle, and that was his first year, 2011.
Yeah.
And the only reason we won that game were the 2 kick returns by Ted Ginn Jr.
Yes, sir.
That's the only reason we won those games. Let me read this message from Sean Shepard, and then we're going to go back to Tony because he said he has another one. Breezy, that was painful, man. Losing Bowman that game too. Oh my God! Like watching him make that sacrifice for his body to hold on to that ball, and then they not reward us with it.
Yeah,
it was painful.
Sean
says here, $10 contribution. Yeah, it was rough. The 1987 Vikings upset. They were a wild card team that came in the Candlestick and blew us out. They benched Montana, put Young in. He ran for a touchdown and did nothing. I hated the Vikings for years. See, ain't no shame in my game. I wasn't watching football like that back then. I was 87. I was 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't that old. So
I am, and I hate it. I didn't like Steve Young as much as I like Steve Bono. And then because no. You know how? All right. So Bono, in my opinion, was the better quarterback at the time before Steve Young developed into being what he became. Bono was better. It's like having Nick Mullins and C.J. Beathard, and Nick Mullins is better than Beathard, but Bono was the third string, so it was almost in reverse. And then all of a sudden, Steve Young blossomed. Once Joe Montana was kind of moved out, he blossomed. That's what he did. That's my take. I thought Bono was better. So remember back then they had 3 quarterbacks, Mike. Just to let you know that they probably
right. No, I got you.
Go ahead, Tony. Get this out. See, Andy says Steve Young sucked at first. I know I ain't the only.
Oh, no. And I will say this. Now, hear me out here. I don't remember much about the 49ers back then. Bryant Young, and I did not like Steve Young when he first came in. I thought that he made too many like basic ass mistakes. And that's just from watching football from a way back, like walk through the room and see what's going on. I did not like Steve Young. I remember that vividly. I remember the Niners playing the Chiefs when Montana was there, and I didn't know it was a playoff game. Or not playoff, I'm sorry, it was a regular season game. I didn't know what the stakes were, but that was a moment in my household. Oh, damn, he left. That's crazy. But that was a moment in my household, you know, watching those 2 guys square off against each other. And I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be cheering for this guy, but I know who that other guy is and I like him more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and as a kid, you don't have like, oh, I'm a 49ers fan, but you don't have a real allegiance, right? Like, do you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know this guy I can't stand. I know that guy I really like. That's when you really have to face yourself in the mirror as a kid. Like, it's like, all right, well, how you going to do this? How you going to plant your flag? There were no losers that night, but there were definitely no winners either. So it was weird. It was weird for me. I see someone asking how old I am. I am 36, but my birthday is really, really late in the year. It's at the end of November. And so when I tell you guys I was super young when that game happened, yeah, I was born in 83, but at the very end of it, you know? Right. So it's not – it just wasn't the same for me. That's all. So I can't tell you about that Vikings game. I have no recollection of it at all. So Elvis Scarback. So that's going to do it, man. I wanted to get Tony on for one more, but that's it for us, man. We're going to wrap this thing up in under 2 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I had a lot of fun, Breezy, man. We talked about a lot here, and we left a lot of stuff out. So make sure you guys are tuned in for the shows this week. That 53-man roster is coming. And you guys, I promise you guys, you're going to enjoy that show because Mike is here to talk shit. He's here to stir the pot, and I know you guys are going to enjoy it. People have another show to go out there and get to. Shout out to the guy Rombo. I'm showing love to all shows. I have no hate, no nothing in my heart for anybody. If you out there, you talk about the Niners, go get it. You guys go check out Rombo over there on his channel. You know who we are, 49ers Mike _NFL. Shoot the Breeze, the number 6, or Wayne Breezy. Guys, give him follows on both of those handles. Plug my guy, Pauls. Support him. Retweet it. All that good stuff. Go show some support for our guy Breezy, man. He's doing his thing over there. Thank you, Rombo wants his mic back, Breezy. I've seen this comment like 3 times already. So make sure you get Rombo his mic back.
This is Breezy's mic because I paid my money for it. But yeah, I'm sure Rombo got his joint too, you know. And
Bono and Montana were friends plotting against Young. Didn't both of those quarterbacks end up playing for the Chiefs?
Yes.
Yeah. See, I'm all right with my knowledge. I got a little bit of something up here. Hey, I want to ask you about that microphone, though. Is that the blue microphone or is that the one that looks like the blue microphone?
No, this is a Shure SM7B. So if you know about your mics, this is the microphone that they used to record the Thriller album with, yo. So yeah, you got to get one of these.
Blue has a microphone that looks like that, and that's the one I want to get.
Now you want to get this. This is the real deal.
Yeah,
no
but
disrespect to Blue.
Is that USB?
No, but I can tell you what to get to make it.
I have the Behringer in the room. I got the board. I just try not to use it because of all the different plugs in it. You know, I have one because I used to do other podcast stuff way before. Like I had a political podcast,
right?
All that stuff, like years before I started covering the Niners. But we had 6 people on that show, and everybody had their own mic in my board. So I got one of the big boards too.
Yeah.
But I try not to use them if I don't have to.
They asked how much this mic was. I think this mic was about $399, I believe. Let me check it out. Sure.
Well, yeah. So while he's looking that up, man, but we're gonna, guys, listen, man. We have a lot of fun doing these shows. Yes,
$399, guys.
Andy is right. How much was it?
$399, so $400.
Woo! And what's the Blue Yeti?
Say that again. Oh, the Blue Yeti. Oh, it's $299. But that's a USB mic, man.
Well, that's why I wanted it, because it just plugs right into the computer. I didn't have to go through the board.
Gotcha.
That's what I was thinking. If I had the board and everything, but we talked about it off the air. But yeah, so I'm not going to bore the people watching this with that, but it's all good, man. We have a lot of fun doing what we do here, and we thank you guys for rocking out with us. I'm sorry that Tony couldn't stick around for the finale of the show, but we will be back. We're going to have the 53-man roster. We have more stuff to talk about, more news. We like to do it when we have a full cast, so you guys make sure you are locked in. You are subscribed. Make sure your notifications turned on, and we're going to be back very, very soon. Breezy, final thoughts, brother. Let's get up out of here, man.
I love you guys, man. Peace.
Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
Always.
Remain faithful, y'all.
Trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain.